Hon, how are you? Nice to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So we're all set today?
Hello, sir.
Great, good.
Pleased to meet you, sir. Nice to meet you, Bruce.
I'm well, thank you. Nice to see you again. My friend, how are you? I'm well, thank you.
I think one of the first things we'll do is we get you to fill out the membership form now. I'll take your $10.
Indeed.
And, well, I think it's 10. Make sure it's the right amount. So that it's all done.
Great.
Bon après-midi, good afternoon. Nous avons avec nous Monsieur Stepahne Dion et Garth Turner. Nous avons jusqu'à 5h30. We have until 5:30. Please turn off your cell phone, s'il vous plaît. Fermez vos téléphones cellulaires. Monsieur Dion.
Merci beaucoup. I'm pleased to introduce you to the newest member of the Liberal Caucus. Me fait très plaisir de vous présenter le nouveau membre du caucus libéral, Monsieur Garth Turner. Garth Turner is an outspoken advocate for fiscal discipline, for prudence, for progressive values, and for environmental sustainability. And I know that Mr. Turner's constituents of Halton will only be better served by his decision today. I spoke to both the current president of the Halton Region Riding Association, Dale McEntee, and to the former president of the Halton Region Riding Association, Jose Slatter, and they are very, very pleased by this announcement. We have a very, very experienced caucus. I have 29 colleagues in my caucus who have been ministers, and 70 with 10 years or more of experience in the House. I had, because now it's 30 and 71. What Garth is giving to the caucus is an experience that is unique of his own. He has been a member of parliament from 1988 to 1993. He has been Minister of Revenue. He has been candidate for the leadership of the party he was part of at that time. And he has a long experience in the private sector, and is the former national director of the Vancouver-based Sierra Legal Defense Fund, an organization dedicated to upholding environmental laws. He is also the author of a guide, a citizen guide to a better environment. I must admit, Garth, I didn't read it yet, but I will. I will. I see in his decision, that he will explain just after me, I see in it, new proof that the red Tories are becoming red, period. That since the Harper's Conservative Party dropped the progressive wing of the former Progressive Conservative Party, the progressives are becoming liberals. And indeed, the Liberal Party is the party of the large center. The people that care first about the economy but have a social conscience. The people that care about social justice but know that in order to succeed, they need a strong market economy. The people who see the future and see that we need to address environmental sustainability. All Canadians of these convictions will see in the Liberal Party a big and large party of the center, welcoming everyone. And because we have so much ambitious vision for what Canada needs to do, we need all the talents and skills, and Garth will provide to us a lot of it. Alors pour toutes ces raisons, je crois que M. Turner sera un apport extrêmement important pour notre caucus, pour le Parti libéral, à un moment où nous faisons face à un gouvernement très à droite, dans lequel il ne se sentait pas à l'aise. Il expliquera pourquoi. Eh bien, je peux vous assurer que c'est avec beaucoup de plaisir que j'accueille ce nouveau membre du Parti libéral du Canada. Monsieur Turner.
Merci beaucoup. Last year, the Conservatives under Stephen Harper demanded that I support every action of the Prime Minister and stop talking with Canadians or risk expulsion. Well, I did not change my position on unelected senators in the cabinet, or floor crossing, or climate change legislation, or tax policy, or the role of members of parliament. So I think the die was probably cast. Everyone knew, unless one of us I'd change, that I'd be out. Well, it happened, as you know, in October. I said I'd sit as an independent MP, consult with my voters, and try to figure out what to do next. I've given this a lot of thought, and I have reached some conclusions. As an independent, I, of course, have found a freedom that did not exist with the Conservative Party. Unlike before, I can ask questions in the House of Commons, I can speak freely on behalf of my constituents and be a representative MP. But there are also drawbacks. As an independent, I cannot even use my business experience on a parliamentary committee because the parties assign these jobs and the Conservatives threw me off. Nor can I even issue tax receipts to donors as an independent member of Parliament. So as a lone wolf, I am very much aware of the fact the political agenda around this place is seldom moved by one person. Now, I didn't come here for a job, but I came to get some goals accomplished. Tax reform, environmental activism, help for the middle class, sustainable development, political reform, digital democracy, social tolerance. I owe it to the voters to ask them how best I can accomplish these goals. As you know, I put some time into deciding what to do. I've talked with the leader of the Greens. I've talked with the leader of the Liberals. En tant qu'un progressiste conservateur par le passé, je pouvais poursuivre ces dossiers dans ma propre partie et m'exprimer librement, tout comme les autres députés d'ailleurs. Now, let's not lose sight of the fact that my approach to being an MP today is the same as when, as a progressive conservative, I went through perhaps a lot tougher issues of free trade, the GST, and Meech Lake. And back then, engaging Canadians in the debate was never seen as disloyal, but a part of the balance of the Conservatives between progressive values and progressive approaches. But that party, the Progressive Conservative Party, is gone, as is the Reform Party, which embraced the idea of empowered members of Parliament, stronger MPs, and accountability to the voters. Let's look no further than Mr. Harper's first actions, appointing an unelected senator to the cabinet and immediately muzzling his caucus, evidence both of the death of reform. Now, I've been a progressive conservative my entire life, and I believe the voters sent me here to pursue an agenda of being fiscally conservative and socially progressive. Today, the Liberal Party is as close to my PC roots as I'm going to get. For that reason, I'm joining Stepahne Dion. De plus, je crois que mes électeurs sont sur le point de voir les mêmes différences de moi entre Stephen Harper et Stepahne Dion. Mr. Harper does not tolerate dissent or debate within his party. He does not ask anyone's opinion, so it's very difficult to be a member of Parliament and represent the voters. His agenda is not the one I promised people when I ran in the election last January, when I said this party would be modern and tolerant and mainstream. And when I consistently tried to influence that party from the inside, I found myself on the outside. Mr. Dion, on the other hand, is welcoming me, even knowing that I am a pain. Even worse, that I was a journalist. Mr. Harper told me that having been a journalist, I'd never make a good politician. But Stepahne Dion understands my passion for communicating with voters, for forging policy, for lobbying for causes, and being a representative MP who will always try to put the constituents first. So Stepahne Dion is allowing me to be my own person, and that is the best MP that I can possibly be. No more and no less. So I'm thankful a progressive conservative refugee like me has finally found a home in this country with this party. Now, how is this move consistent with my belief that floor crossers always need to receive the approval of the people for their actions? Tout d'abord, je n'ai pas quitté mon parti. C'est mon parti qui m'a quitté. Il y a cela plus longtemps que je le croyais. I did not jump ship from one party to another. And I've sat as an independent, holding 6 town hall meetings, finding every way I possibly could to talk with the people. I said I'd consult with my voters and explore what I could do as an independent member of Parliament, and that's exactly what I've been trying to do. Now, we are perhaps just a few weeks or a few months from an election, so the people will have an opportunity to show me at an early date if they approve of my decision or not. But beyond that, I'm ready to challenge Stephen Harper to call by-elections in Mississauga-Streetsville, where Mr. Khan defected from the Liberals to the Conservatives, in Vancouver-Kingsway, so Mr. David Emerson can have a chance to be elected as a Conservative, and also in Quebec, where Michael Fortier remains unelected. If Mr. Harper will do that, I will gladly be part of the 4th by-election in Halton. To the people in my community, let me say this. I believe I've now found the best way to effectively represent you and get those things done that we've talked about. But ultimately, of course, it will be your choice. In the meantime, I'm proud to fight for us all with the party that is closest, I believe, to my progressive conservative roots, and that is the Liberals under Stepahne Dion. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup.